Big Rob from CelebHeights here with a wee video talking about mugshots and height charts, and using myself as an example, I'll show you why people tend to look taller when they stand against height charts. Now, many famous names have stood against height charts in TVs and movies. For instance, Tom Cruise has looked well over 5'10". Jason Statham miraculously clears the 6'2" mark. Charles Bronson looks a confident 5'11". Charles Barkley brushes the 6'8" line. And Emil Hirsch is around 5'5". So why do people sometimes appear taller than they really are? Well, hair and shoes are the obvious ones, but the distance of the camera from the subject and how high the camera is above the ground also play a crucial role, as does how far the subject is in front of the height chart. So let's illustrate this. I'm a solid 5'8", the camera is about 9 foot away and it's sitting about my eye level. But there's one thing missing. A height chart. Now, the higher the camera is to the height of the person, the more accurate that mugshot height chart will be. But what if we lower the camera to the 5 foot mark? Now, with the camera 5 foot high, I might now appear a bit taller against the height chart, maybe closer to the 5'9" mark than 5'8". But what if we bring the camera closer towards us? Instead of 9 foot, let's put the camera at 4.5 foot away. So the camera's now 4.5 foot away, sitting about my eye level height. But what if we raise the camera up to 5'8"? Now, we've raised the camera up to 5'8", the same height as myself. So that should be a pretty accurate mugshot. But what if we lower the camera back down to 5 foot? So I've lowered the camera to 5 foot high at 4.5 foot away, and I'm probably looking a lot taller than 5'8". But what would happen if I move forward another 6 inches? So I've now moved 6 inches closer to the camera, and I'm probably looking a lot closer to the 6 foot mark, which is too tall. Finally, let's move the camera back up, but instead of my height, let's place it at the 6 foot mark. Now, I've moved the camera above my head to about 6 foot high, which probably makes me look under 5'8", which clearly isn't right. So I've now lowered the camera to 4 foot high. It's pointing up at me, and beside this height chart, I probably look well over 6 foot tall, maybe even 6'3". So guys, if you see movie mugshots, just remember, they may not always reveal the truth about how tall somebody really is. And if you ever find yourself in front of a height chart, remember these 2 things. Ask the photographer, move the camera closer towards you, and lower it down. Then you look as tall as Rob Paul.